Hey, creative ones. It's Melissa. What is up, my loves? Good morning from Bali. It's just a beautiful, let me just show you. Actually, how do just gonna show you a little bit of this incredible morning here. We are so blessed to be locked down here. I'm grateful that the beaches are still open. Yeah, super lovely. I want to talk about a couple things. One is, first of all, is the censorship that's happening on Facebook and Instagram, the shadow banning on myself and many other people. And I want to talk about, so I want to invite you to join me on my Telegram channel. I just set up a group. It's called The Creative Alchemist. You can find my link in my Instagram bio. Super powerful, very exciting, but I'm doing all my groups now. I'm moving off of Facebook, I can't even, it's just not even fun for me. Like, I just don't, and I'm grateful to Facebook. Like, I don't have any hard feelings, but I mean, I ran my business off of Facebook while Sophie was a baby for years. Like, I am super grateful and was able to connect with, thousands of people. So yeah, super grateful and honored. And I still will stay somewhat connected to Facebook, but I'm not going to focus my energy there. So if you want to stay connected to me and my programs, you can join my newsletter, which also the link is in bio, or you can go to paintismedicine.com. I'm in the middle of rebranding, which is super fun, and I've got a lot of really cool things coming. And so you can join that or join the Telegram group, which is the Creative Alchemist. Yeah. So one of these one of the other things I want to talk about, so that's one thing, the censorship. Just be mindful of what's happening in terms of the freedom of speech and getting truth out there, as you see it. Again, this is my truth. This is how I see it. This is based on my perception, my experience, my years of training, doing trauma work, my psychology background, leaving the psychology field basically 20 years ago, realizing that it was not really healing people. And creating my own method, which is more of a right, left brain holistic approach. Yeah. So if you want to find more about that, you can book a session or go to paintismedicine.com. So, and I really work multidimensionally using, paint as a quantum tool to clear energy imprints out of all of the bodies. Yeah. So the other thing is, oh my God, look at the celery juice here. I'm almost done. It's so green. Look how green it is. So beautiful. If you haven't been following me, I have been in a heavy metals detox, and really a heavy metals and virus detox, I found, because once you clear the heavy metals, you start to see the whole gut system of what's going on with viruses and heavy metals and bacteria and the imbalances of that. Because some of that in viruses, even parasites, is normal, but when it's out of balance, when there's too many toxins and the body cannot process all the toxins, right, which was what was going on for me and why I was having all these rashes and these hives. And I mean, I just went through another round of it because I just had my amalgams out and the mercury out, and I had to detox that. And I've been using food as medicine. I haven't been using any medication whatsoever. It's all celery juice, some supplements like B12, and I'm following the medical medium protocol. So definitely go check that out. what else do I want to say? I want to talk about my feelings. I haven't been super public about this in a while, but I'm going to be public about it in terms of my own voice. I've shared stuff, but I want to really speak about how I feel. Now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. In fact, you know, I gave Sophie we got Sophie the polio vaccine before coming to Bali last year, before my retreat in 2019, so the year before last, before coming to Bali. So while I've been mindful about what I put in to my body, my child's body, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I mean, I come from, you know, the majority of my family, my father, my cousin, you know, I mean, have been in biotech, have been in vaccine therapies. My cousin actually invented the flu mist, you know. I mean, I come from this knowledge and this understanding, and I also come from my own healing journey, my own healing experience, my psychology background, and, you know, everything, my own awakening. And my own body is a testimony. Like, I really have learned to trust my own body's wisdom about what's right for me and what's right for my daughter. And I feel that these vaccines are dangerous, unnecessary, and a bit of propaganda. So, you know, it's really interesting to be here in Bali and be in a little bit of our Bali bubble. I mean, we are, but we're in an international community of mostly healers, you know, mostly of alternative healing and medicine and therapies. And people are mostly healthy. Like, we don't know a lot of people, you know, there's all this stuff in the news. We get calls all the day from family and everything that, you know, people are really, really sick. And that may be true in Jakarta, but we're fine. And we don't know a lot of people that have been sick. I have one friend that's been sick, and she also had dengue fever. So who knows if, you know, this is not to discredit, you know. But now that we're seeing that the PCR test is, you know, kind of a joke, not even reliable, I just think we have to be really mindful. Now, it's not a coincidence that I've been going through this heavy metals detox, because my own symptoms have waken me up to how we've been polluting our bodies, the planet, how these chemicals are really not good for us, how they actually create disease and they make us sicker. And I truly, wholeheartedly believe that. And I also believe that food is medicine, and we have to take responsibility for our health. I mean, my whole thing is sovereignty, right? One of my core values is freedom, the freedom to choose. Now, if you've taken the vaccine and that feels like the sovereign choice for you, and it makes you feel safer in your body, great. Like, I totally celebrate that. What I'm really speaking to is how inappropriate it is for people to bully, take away jobs, take away safety, take away livelihood, all the social pressure and manipulation and codependency around if you don't do what the group think is doing or saying, or the brainwashing, really, then you are somehow a bad person, or, you know, because you've chosen to think for yourself and to trust your own body and to trust in nature, really, and nature's way to always heal itself, recalibrate, evolve, you know, without the need for man's you know, interference, let's say, of something that's inorganic. It's just, you know, cosmic law, really. So I was thinking about this, and then, you know, thinking about how, you know, actually I was thinking about my brother. I'm just gonna like tune through this. My brother's head of the rape crisis unit in Dallas County. He's an assistant DA. Shout out to him doing, you know, some intense work, right? But forcing people, and you see it a lot here in Indonesia, forcing people to take a vaccine for economic gain is rape. Forcing anyone to make a choice that disregards their spirit, that supports the disembodiment of their own soul and authority, inner truth, inner God source is a form of rape. And I don't know how people are, I mean, I do trauma work, I've done rape trauma work, I've done, so much work, my own personal work around abuse and the cycle of abuse and trauma, but also with hundreds of other people. And it's like, why are we not talking about this? Because it is a form of rape, You're always at a sovereign choice to decide as a human. It's your God-given right to decide what goes into your body, and anything other than that is considered rape in my book. I mean, it's that serious, and to be bullied into that type of violation is so heartbreaking. And as a mother, as a parent, as a woman, as a healing facilitator, as someone who stands for sovereignty, who not just for myself, for everyone, right? I do not consent. I do not consent. And I want to speak more freely about this and bring it up more in my own programs, and that's why I'm moving to Telegram. Probably Telegram and YouTube. So please join me there. Links are in the bio of my Instagram group. There are 3 days left to enroll in the Sovereign Queen. This is for women, evolutionary, creative healers and leaders, evolutionary leaders that are ready to step into that next level of embodiment of leadership. And not just like through, leading a massive platform, but from being the change. I mean, in so many ways, my own evolution, my own work has supported me to be the mother that I am to my daughter, and choosing to break the cycle of abuse in our bloodline, but also the way that I raise her is my embodiment of that freedom, of that, of the evolution of my own growth, and my own healing. And that's embodiment. It's not so much about having 20 million followers and, this, that, and the other, but are they truly living their soul's purpose in their lives as a testimony, as a devotion to soul, to evolution, to love, to grace? Let it be a testimony to love and grace. What else do I want to say about that? So yeah, join me on YouTube, join me on Telegram. And so for the Sovereign Queen, we are clearing karma, evolving karma, really, because it's not just we can't just clear it. That's just like an old paradigm. We have to evolve it. We have to be the change. We have to clear it, and we have to release it in every dimension. Then we have to rewire it in the body. We do that with the paint medicine, and it's totally evolutionary, revolutionary. It's so amazing. It's quantum. It's quick. And you still have to walk it out in the physical. Like, I'm not going to lie, this is not a quick fix. You do this deep energy work on all of the dimensions. And we do an incredible ceremony in the group. And so you have a lot of support, and you will need to walk it out in the physical. You will need to make the choices that line up with your words, with your devotion to your own soul. That is your leadership. That is true leadership, right? So we evolve the karmic patterns and the trauma on the family line, the feminine line, and the financial line. The feminine line is all the woman's wound. So the witch's wound, the bitch's wound, the sister wound, the mother wound, the priestess wound. If you've been following me, you've seen me write and share a lot about those patterns. So patterns like competition, or not sharing your gifts, or not standing in your power because you're afraid of persecution, right? And it's total, like, I get it. It's all of that is valid, but we have to heal and evolve that if we're going to truly shine our light and evolve and step into our soul's mission in this lifetime. So if you feel called, this is for an intimate group of committed women. Like, you have got to show up and do the work. I'm not your savior. I'm not going to give you the tools. The tools are not your savior. They have to be used, and really on a daily basis, especially creative alchemy. I mean, it's the quickest, fastest, most multidimensional tool that I've experienced for clearing trauma and processing trapped trauma and pain and emotion, and that you want to learn how to master how to alchemize that energy quickly into freedom, into power, into abundance, into gold in all its forms. Yeah. So it does require that level of desire for self-empowerment, because you are the shaman, right? You are your own shaman, and you are your own healer and creator, and it's just you reconnecting to that power and being reminded and being guided and being supported in your own self-accountability to step into that. All right, I love you so much. Sending you so much love from Bali. Private message me if you want more information on the Sovereign Queen, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.